When you say a mistake, you mean because the tax man was claiming something?
There was usually money owed, and I have this thing about taxes. I hate dealing with the paperwork. I just can't stand it. So most of the time
that's
I
so
would
special. Nobody else feels that way.
This is the plaintiff, Barbara Merlis. She says the defendant, her former accountant, made a glaring mistake on her tax return. And because of it, she now owes the IRS some big bucks in penalties and interest. And the defendant is responsible. The defendant clearly knows what he did was wrong and for some reason feels like he doesn't owe for his mistake. Well, she's suing for $1,369.35, the amount owed. This is the defendant, Julio Gantovnik. He says he did the plaintiff's taxes for 10 years, and he's a former IRS agent with a stellar reputation. Funny thing about this lawsuit is the plaintiff's being charged $195 in penalties, yet she's suing him for the $195 and almost $800 more in taxes she owes the state anyway. Ha! He can't wait to see how the judge handles this one. He's accused of missing something. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $1 for defamation of character.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
You see it? Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Barbara Merlis?
Yes.
You are suing your former accountant, Julio Gantovnik, for $1,369.35 in state taxes due to New York, interest charged by New York, plus you want your money back for him, what he charged you to file your 2008 taxes. You have a counterclaim against her for $1 for defamation of character for suing you. All right, what's going on?
Mr. Gantovnik was filing my taxes for me for many years. I don't know the exact number.
What do you say?
Over 10 years, Your Honor.
Okay.
I agree with that. And in 2008, he prepared my taxes.
You were unhappy with him before that, though.
He had always made mistakes. I mean, most of them, I was looking through my papers, there was always a mistake. I never made a big deal out of anything.
When you say a mistake, you mean because the tax man was claiming something?
There was usually money owed, and I have this thing about taxes. I hate dealing with the paperwork. I just can't stand it. So most of the time
that's
I
so
would
special.
just...
Nobody else feels that way.
Right. So anyway, in 2000... Well, in 2008, Mr. Julio Gantovnik prepared my taxes again. And in 2010, I got a letter from the IRS that my Citibank interest was not on my tax form. I guess you call it a 1099.
Okay, because you have an account at Citibank.
Yes,
And
and
you
I
made
have had
interest
one
income.
for many years.
And you made interest income on that account.
Yes,
And the federal government was claiming that you didn't claim it on your federal income tax.
correct.
Now, you're a resident of New York. So aside from filing your federal income tax, you also file city and state income taxes?
Yes, in 08, yeah, I was living in New York then,
Okay.
yes.
So when the feds tell you that it wasn't on your federal income tax, what do?
I contact Mr. Gantovnik. I sent him the paperwork. He admits that he made a mistake. I, at that point, just asked him for the interest. He said to me, well, we'll take it off your bill next year. I said no, because I knew at that point I was never going to use him again. And I asked him to send me a check, which he did.
For how much?
$101. I have
Which
a
was
copy
the
of the
interest?
check.
101?
Yes.
And that was the interest?
Yes.
Okay. And then, of course, you paid the federal government their federal taxes
Correct.
of your Citibank account.
I
All
also...
right, but then what did you do about the New York City
Well,
and
I
New York
asked him
State
to
account?
amend my return, and he never did. And once again...
Well, but didn't you notice that he didn't?
You know what? I didn't think about it. I said, please amend the return. I mean, he's my accountant.
I know, but you're already on notice that there was a problem.
Right. I didn't...
So why wouldn't you... And there may be penalty and interest on the state and the city, so why wouldn't you make sure that it got done at that point?
I don't know. I can't answer that.
Maybe you were just hoping the state and the city wouldn't find out.
Well, I don't know. You know what? I
And
was
then,
thinking,
so
I mean,
2
I
years
really-
later, the state finds out?
Yeah, in
Did
this.
the city ever reclaim against you?
Not yet.
Oh, well, let me introduce you to what we do here.
Okay, I'm being honest.
The
So,
state catches up with
maybe-
you, and the state says, hey,
And I
you
s-
owe us a chunk of that. And what does the state say? Do you have the document from the state?
Yes.
They see your amendment on your federal return. They wonder why you didn't amend.
Right.
And they charge you the $700 you were supposed to pay from the beginning, right? You were supposed to pay $700 in
I
tax.
guess so.
All right, why do you roll your eyes? You know that. $773.74. But they also charge you $195.61 in interest
Correct.
and no penalty. So you send this to him and say,
Yeah, now I'm really aggravated because I feel that he just really was very, very negligent from the beginning. And I wrote him a letter, and I never heard back from him.
what did your letter say?
Here's a copy of the letter I sent Mr. Gentovnik.
Please be kind enough to promptly submit a check for all of the money incurred, including the tax bill, which was originally yours.
Well, I felt I deserved something for aggravation because I felt that
Well,
he
you
was
seem to me to be
totally-
minimally aggravated if you can't even see to it that your state and city returns are amended when you've caught the mistake. It sounds to me like you were hoping that would fly under the radar. What's going on, Mr. Gentovnik?
I've been in practice for 22 years. As far as I'm concerned, I've always been diligent, careful with all my clients. I have a passion for what I do because I used to be a former IRS agent.
How long were you an IRS agent?
A few years.
Why'd you stop?
Unfortunately, you don't get the credit or the feeling of doing something worthwhile. I didn't feel that way when I was an IRS. I felt being on the other side, I could be of more help to people. And my reputation and my integrity, to me, was the utmost importance doing this because I always felt anybody could prepare a tax return, anybody could do it. But what's the difference with people? To me, the only difference with people is their integrity and their honesty. Henceforth, her boyfriend, I've been doing his taxes for 20 years, ironically.
Is the boyfriend here?
Yes. And
Nobody wants to claim to be the boyfriend? I didn't want to put their hand. Which one's do one of these, go ahead.
Right. And now because of this person, which I'm trying to control myself here, Your Honor, which I'll say in Spanish, mala entraña. She comes from that. I don't know if you know that.
Why would you have to say such a thing?
Well, because unfortunately, when somebody
She's
cuts,
mad at you because she feels like you messed up her taxes.
I understand that, but when somebody cuts at you, at your core being,
What happened? You lost him as a client?
yes, I
Of
lost him.
course you're going to lose him as a client because she's buttering his bread, not
Of
you.
course, absolutely.
You're just another accountant.
That's okay.
I know you feel this really deep bond with your clients, and that's nice, but
No,
he feels a deeper bond with her.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay. In 2008, I did prepare her tax return. As far as I'm concerned, I never got the information that she claimed because it was a significant item. Usually $100 or $200 of interest income, it's not significant. But over $6,600 of interest is normally a pertinent item on a tax
Well,
return.
the problem is that they're both pertinent items, right? Like
Yes.
either one, the IRS will come back.
Yes,
and-
either one, yes.
Okay. But according to you, you never got it.
I never got it.
According to you, you gave it to him.
Right.
Do you have any proof of itemization of the items she gave you?
No, Your
Do
Honor.
you have any proof by itemization of the items you gave him?
I have the original papers that he gave me back
Let me see.
with also.
No, stay where you are, ma'am. Hand it to my bailiff.
Yeah, you got that. Trying to take my
And
job?
also, I'd like to say something that, as my tax preparer of many years, and as from the tax preparer I'm using now, one of the things my tax preparer does is look at the income that I made from last year. Where's your Citibank? Where's your Fidelity? Where's your Franklin?
And my
Where's your
accountant
this?
does that. So he always says, did you close this account? You don't do
Exactly.
that?
Sometimes I
But don't
do.
get so excited because I have a few questions for you too. Okay, because you have like 3 things on that Schedule B. You couldn't figure out that one of them, a big $6,600 item, wasn't on there. You have eyes and you signed it. Go ahead. So sometimes,
Sometimes I
well,
do
wouldn't all the
something.
times be a much better practice than
Yes,
sometimes?
Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I mean, and at the end of the day, Your Honor, this tax that was due regardless of whether I got it or not, is still her responsibility.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay,
And she
Your Honor.
knows that.
No, she doesn't, Your Honor.
No, she does. She's fresh. She's trying to get over on you.
No kidding.
Right, that's different than not knowing
Okay,
it.
Your Honor,
She
thank
knows
you.
it, and I know because when I questioned her about that,
Yes.
she went, yeah,
Yeah,
like,
no
I
kidding.
can't believe she caught me.
Right.
So she knows that.
Okay.
So the real question is
Right.
this something you did wrong, and therefore you should be paying any penalty and interest?
Right.
Because it was your error, or is it not?
Right.
And so really, that's where we are.
Okay.
Not about the tax. I agree with you on that.
Okay, Your Honor.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So do you, as an accountant here? Yes. Okay. Do you check your accountant's work when you get the stuff back from him?
Not normally. I trust him.
You think it's smart?
No.
Okay. What do you think?
I think you need to check it.
Do you check it?
I do.
You find mistakes?
No, I've never found a mistake yet. I have questions.
You don't know what you're doing, but you still look at it.
No, it does a good job. That's.
Fair enough. What do you think? I'm going to come to you.
Yeah, I found mistakes. I found things that should have been deductions that he didn't include.
So then the question, of course, is, do you keep the accountant?
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's very reasonable, and he will, he'll make the changes that are necessary.
Fair enough. That's your point. Going inside the courtroom.
Why, when you sent her, by the way, you did send her a
I
$100
did send-
check.
yeah,
Why did you do that?
Because I wanted to get rid of her, Your Honor.
Okay.
And that
but-
was my way of finishing with her. I never wanted to deal with her again.
Okay, but
Yes.
why?
Why didn't I amend the tax return?
Yeah, the city and the state, the one.
No,
that
if
you-
she would have asked me to amend the return like she
So
claimed
what
she
really
did,
is it?
I would have.
She didn't ask you.
No, she didn't, Your
Because she
Honor.
was hoping to fly under the radar.
Correct.
But what obligations do you have ethically if you know that you have signed a return that you have
Yes.
filed on her behalf
Right.
with the city and the state of New
Right.
York? What obligations do you have to amend it, just from your standpoint?
That's a very good question, Your Honor. I've never been asked that question before. As far as my obligation,
I mean, because you sign it saying that it's been prepared accurately to the best of your knowledge, and now it's come to your knowledge that it wasn't accurate.
right. But to my knowledge, it was when I did prepare.
Yeah, but yet now you know it's not.
Right, now I
And
know it's not.
you're an ongoing, you talk about integrity, and that's all you've
Right.
got, and you're suing for $1 because of your integrity. But this is a real simple question. Why wouldn't you amend the returns you knew were wrong then? Because that's a matter of integrity, I think.
Okay.
All right, folks. Did you have to pay somebody to redo your New York City and state taxes, or you just like triage? You just handle whoever's complaining at the moment and hope the
Well,
other
I mean,
one
I have a
goes
new
away?
accountant now.
That's not my question.
I have, as I said,
what did I ask?
I did
Okay.
not pay anybody else.
Okay,
No.
that's my question. Because if you have to actually pay somebody to
No.
redo the taxes, I would consider that a
No, I
legitimate
did not.
expense under the circumstances. But I'm not going to order him to return the money that you paid him to do your taxes, because he did your taxes. I am not going to order him to pay your taxes because he didn't get the $6,600 you did. I am not going to order her to pay you $1 for defaming your character when, quite frankly, I think that you were in the wrong and not redoing the city and the state taxes that you now had information were done inaccurately.
Okay.
And I am, however, going to order you to pay the interest because she never had any intention of taking a high-interest loan from the state of New York and paying $195.61. So that I am ordering you to pay based on the evidence in front of me, which understand that there's a world where you might, as a business decision, and I may buy it, say to somebody, you know what, it's better for me just to pay the $100 even though I don't acknowledge doing anything wrong. And understand that I think that the client also has an obligation to check her returns that she's signing to say, I swear this is true and accurate. My biggest problem comes from the fact that when everybody saw that the Fed said, hey, you guys made a mistake, neither one of you turn around and fix it because you're both hoping to fly under the radar with the state because you're hoping to not have to go through any effort and you're hoping to not have to pay any more, okay? I find that you have to pay your own taxes. I'm not going to order him to return the money, but I find that you're going to pay the interest, regardless of the fact that she got to not pay that for 4 years. You're going to pay the interest because she didn't ask to not pay that for 4 years. That's my verdict.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, the defendant's leaving the courtroom first. Come on out here, stand next to me. Tell me what's your feeling on the outcome of this case now and the judge's ruling here.
I think the judge was pretty fair. I don't agree with the fact that she wouldn't fine her for trying to defame my character because I was her accountant for 10 years, and she trusted me implicitly for 10 years. And now, all of a sudden, because of this, she decides to take me to court, which I think is
Well, you lost on that.
Okay.
If you had to do this all over again, would you do it differently? Would you amend this tax return on your own when you found out it wasn't quite accurate the first time?
I might, yes,
Yeah.
possibly.
All right. Right around the corner this way. All right. Come on in here and tell me what you're feeling here. You satisfied with what you get out of this?
I'm somewhat satisfied. I feel that I paid Mr. Gantovnik $400 to complete my returns, and I don't feel that I should have to check every little thing because that's what I paid him for.
You're going to check more closely? It's your
Oh, yes.
responsibility from now on?
Yes, I am.
Good idea. Harvey?
Okay, this is real simple. If an accountant screws up, the accountant is responsible for the penalties, but the taxpayer is still responsible to pay the taxes. That's going to do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This is the plaintiff, Maria Aquino. She says she was just returning from church when all of a sudden the defendant, who was driving too fast for the snowy conditions and was texting, hit a patch of ice and crashed into her and her husband's cars. The woman was driving so fast her car completely flipped. Thank God she didn't kill anyone. Bottom line, she has 2 smashed cars and is owed $5,000, the amount she's suing for today. This is the defendant, Colleen Wright. She says she hit black ice on the road, locked up her wheels, and flipped her car onto a snowbank. It's not her fault the roads weren't plowed and salted sufficiently, and the accident didn't happen because of anything she did wrong. Besides, the snowbank caused the plaintiff's damage, not her car, so she owes nothing. She's accused of sliding away.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Maria Aquino,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
are suing Colleen Wright
Yes.
for $5,000, a cost to repair your vehicle that you say she negligently slammed into.
Yes.
Tell me what happened.
I was coming from a church service with my daughter, and as I was going in, I went into my room. I just started to get ready for the night. She had gone into her room, and that's when I believe it was her or my niece, they were banging on my door and says, "Oh, you need to come in because your car just got crashed into." So I quickly just put something on and went outside, and my husband and his brother, they were outside, and this car is flipped on the road, and he's the one who saw everything.
This car is what on the road?
Her car was flipped on the
Flipped?
road. Yes, it was flipped on the road.
And?
That's the scene that I saw as I came outside.
Right, and what were your husband and his brother doing?
They were outside, I guess they were in a porch talking, because when I came in, he was not outside, but when I went in the house, he was coming outside to talk to his brother. And that's when the whole thing happened.
Okay, did you ever talk to her? Do you know
Speak
how it
with Ms.
happened?
Rice?
Is your husband here to testify?
He wrote me the letter because he wasn't able to come in, so he wrote a witness
But
letter.
you didn't witness it.
No, he witnessed it. He's the one who came
I
in.
know,
and
why
told
are
me.
you here? Why isn't he here? It's your car, but I mean, he's the guy who can tell me how it happened.
That's why he's working. He's working out of state. That's why he sent me a letter.
Okay, did you
wrote
witness
a
it?
letter.
I'm kind of just seeing the.
You saw the aftermath. Okay, what happened?
I was coming down North Main Street, my friend and I were, and I was approaching the corner. Prior to me getting there, I slid on black ice. I had a standard, and I felt it lock up. I had no control of the vehicle. I ended up hitting into the snowbank. My car rolled off of that, and my car was on its roof.
Who else did you have in the car?
My friend Robert.
Okay, that must have been scary.
I'm surprised I made it out. And
this was what time of the night or day?
It was coming into 9 p.m. It was around 8:40, I'm pretty sure.
Had you been drinking?
Not at all. I don't drink.
Had you been doing anything else?
No.
Were you in complete control of your faculties?
I was coming from Target.
Were you coming from where?
Target.
You might need a drink to get through that. Were you driving too fast? In retrospect?
I'm not going to say that I was going the speed limit. I mean, especially in the zone
Because
that.
you weren't?
But I don't think.
Because you were speeding?
I'm sure I was going over the speed limit. I'm not going to say that I wasn't.
So you hit the snowbank first, and then what? Do you
car,
remember hitting the cars? Because she says you hit her husband's
No,
and hers.
I don't. I
You
mean,
hit
as she explained to me, my car hit the snow bank, which caused the snow bank, a chunk of it, to fall into the back windshield.
That happened to your husband's car.
Yes.
And then what? Your husband's car got pushed into your car?
No, her back of her car flipped on top of mine.
Oh goodness.
The
Does
chunk
anyone
of
have
the
pictures?
Yes, I do.
May I see them?
Yes, ma'am.
Go on.
The way she hit the snowbank, as about several days, 2 days prior to this incident, my husband and I, we were plowing the snow, shoveling the snow out of the road because the plows that kept on coming, shoveling the snow on top of our vehicles.
Where are you putting the snow?
So we were putting it in front of my vehicle and behind his vehicle. So the snow that she had hit, we packed it really tight. So it had frozen, I guess, the way it was, like that overnight. So when she hit the impact, she's coming from the wrong side of the road. It's a bend. The bend that you can't see what's coming on the other side. So when she hit the snowbank, she lost the control.
Is your house on the same path that she's going, or
Right.
across the road and the oncoming traffic part?
We were parked in our house is right there.
Yeah, so her car is taking the bend too fast. She loses too fast for
coming
conditions,
this way.
clearly. She
It's a
loses
bend.
control. She hits the snowbank first, and then what? Or you're not sure?
When she hits this, it shows the picture the way she flipped.
Let me
because
see
the
your
tire
husband.
marks.
I don't know why you would come instead of your husband. It's so ridiculous. Give me the affidavit from your husband. Where's the person who was with you in your car? That person's not here either?
No, they're working as well.
Who's the young lady with you?
My daughter.
How old's your daughter?
13.
Oh my gosh, that's how your car ended up? When did this happen?
And this is the
In
letter from
February
her.
of last year.
You must have been so scared.
I didn't think I was going to make it out, but
Well, but did you go to the hospital that night?
I did.
Was there anything wrong with you?
I have injuries now, but it's a combination of injuries I've had prior to that with my back and my right shoulder and my neck. The right shoulder and my neck I sustained from that accident, but I mean, I'm not claiming anything from anybody because it's definitely not her fault.
Well, that didn't need saying. I mean, you might be, I don't know whether you have insurance. Did you have insurance?
No, I didn't. My car was registered in New Hampshire, and the laws in New Hampshire are...
Are you suing somebody over this accident? You suing the city?
I didn't know I was able to.
No, I don't think you're able to. I'm just asking you.
I was not, no.
Okay. Did the top of the car crush in?
It was indented, but it didn't...
But it held up pretty good. What kind of car is this?
A Jetta.
Wow. Whose car is this?
That's my car.
Your car. Your husband is not suing for damages to his car?
No, because
Were there damages to his car or not really? Ooh, the
No,
windshield. What
he
happened to the
fixed-
windshield?
That's the snow that went inside.
But he's not suing for that.
Because he had all the parts to his vehicle. He said it's no use for him to do it because he could fix it himself.
Wow, that's a handy husband. Can I borrow him?
Oh, you surely can.
Yeah.
So when you go over the speed limit in the snow, are you automatically responsible for the accident?
Yes, you are.
Just no questions beyond that. You're speeding, you're responsible.
Yes, because you're in the wrong.
Okay, fair enough. Should you even be going the speed limit in the snow, say?
You should go under the speed limit in the snow.
So you could actually be responsible if you're going at the speed limit if the speed limit's too fast.
Yes.
Guess what?
What?
You know, if this were a game show, you'd be right and you'd win a prize, but we're really cheap and we're not going to give you anything, but you're right anyway. Congratulations, though. Going inside the courtroom.
Okay, so tell me what your defense is, Ms. Wright.
My defense is that I hit the black ice, and according to the damages on her vehicle, I don't understand how a 96 or 97 Honda Accord is worth $5,000.
Okay, let's talk about that. There are two parts to any lawsuit. Part one is liability and part two is damages. The first thing she has to prove is she's done me wrong. Right. Then the next thing we get to, if we find she's done me wrong, is how wrong does she do you? So we'll talk about damages in a second. But first I want to talk about liability because in your answer to the complaint, you keep saying, it's not my fault I hit black ice. It's not my fault I hit black ice. So can you explain that to me?
Well, I just mean that I lost control of my vehicle. I mean, I couldn't have controlled that as far as the black ice being on the road. It is my fault that it was...
Yeah, but you could sort of control that. Apparently you got a ticket for driving without a license. Were you driving without a license?
I was at that time.
Why did you have no license?
Because of an issue in New Hampshire.
Which is what?
Speeding. That wasn't from any time that was recent.
Are
so.
you kidding me? Your license is suspended for speeding, and then you're speeding, and you almost kill yourself and another person, and do a bunch of damage, and your answer is, it's not my fault, it's the city's fault, they didn't clean up. Not my fault, city's fault, they didn't clean up. For
Your
real?
Honor, that's not what I'm saying. You asked
Well, that
me.
is what you're saying. That's exactly what you say in your answer to the complaint, isn't it? Is
Yeah.
it not?
Yes.
Yes, okay. I don't make stuff up, right? I get it from somewhere. Honest to God. So you ended up getting a ticket for driving without a license, driving without insurance, and driving too fast for conditions, correct?
Correct.
Okay. You mad at me because you did that?
No, I'm not.
Okay, because you sound a little testy, and I'm wondering why, because it's a pretty bad example to be giving your 13-year-old. You're lucky you're alive. I don't see how it could be anybody's fault but your own under the circumstances. Now let's get to issue 2, which is damages. This car is a what?
It's a 96 Honda Accord.
Okay, and I know Accords keep their value pretty well, but not this well. Why would a 1996 Honda Accord, that's older than my oldest child, why would a 1996 Honda Accord, okay, a 16-year-old car, be worth the amount of money that you're asking for? In other words, if it's worth less than what the damages are, you're only entitled to the total loss aspect of it. You're not entitled to get more than what the car is worth at a total loss point. You understand that?
Oh, yes.
So what is your car worth, do you think?
About right now, well, before.
No, at the time of the loss,
at the time
which
it was
was
about
when? February?
2,500.
At the time of the loss, which is when? February of 2011 is when it happened, right?
Yes.
So not right now, because that would be unfair to you.
About 2,500.
Yeah, so but you're suing for double that.
Oh, that's the thing with understanding that part of the law, which I didn't. So I took a counsel from a lawyer that I went to.
A greedy lawyer who doesn't know he's doing.
It was a person who somebody had already known, and I guess he had good cases.
I got it. This is your husband's statement. A vehicle skidded out of control, struck the snowbank. Due to the speed of the vehicle, this caused it to flip over the snowbank, which is piled behind my vehicle. The vehicle ended up upside down in the middle of the road. At that time, I got up. Man, this must have been something for him to witness all this. At that time, I got up to see if the other driver was okay. It was a female. I sat her on the sidewalk. Do you remember him?
Vaguely.
Shortly after, a male passenger crawled out of the same side. Was he hurt, the passenger?
He had minor back pains.
Okay. I find in your favor, Ms. Aquino, but I find in your favor in the value of the car at the time of the loss and not in double that in repair costs, which everyone knows you would never spend to repair a car worth $2,500. I find in your favor in the amount of the $2,500. You'll need to pay the lady, okay?
Well, at least she's alive to come into the court and lose this case. That's the good news. What's your feeling on the outcome?
I feel that it's fair. I'm not upset with it. She does deserve something for her vehicle, but I just feel that, it wasn't 100% my fault. I'm not claiming that it's not my fault at all. It definitely is. But
What part of it wasn't your fault?
the black ice on the road, I feel that, the city should have removed that, but it's part of nature, like it happens. I can't control it, and neither can anybody else.
What do you think of her driving? You can be honest. You can be honest. Do you think she should maybe slow down, be a little more careful? Have any advice at all?
She should slow down.
She's 13 as well, so she's answering in your favor. But, yeah, definitely, I think everybody speeds, and I definitely do. I'll be the first to admit I do.
All right, well.
So, slowing it down.
Head right down that way. Take it slow. All right, so come on in here. So you didn't get what you sued for either. You sued for too much.
It's what I was, I guess, counseled for by a lawyer.
Yeah, well, the counsel wasn't that great. So you satisfied with what you come out of here with?
Yes. I think the outcome is good.
How shocking was this whole moment to you when this went down?
My shock is that I don't think she would have admitted to the real fact that it's her fault. So.
Okay, Harvey.
Okay, I'm going to do you even one better. You can be ticketed for going too fast, even if you're going under the speed limit, if the conditions are simply too hazardous. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This is the plaintiff, Elizabeth Machowski. She says she hired the defendant to sand and restain her stairs, and when the job was done, it looked exactly the way it did before they started, crummy. She told the defendant she wanted her money back, and he refused. So here they are. She's suing for $600, the amount she's owed. This is the defendant, Larry Seam. He says he did the best he could on the stairs, but they were really shot to begin with. He did everything he could and then some to make the plaintiff happy. But the stairs really need to be replaced. Give her back her money and break his back for nothing? No way. He's accused of staining a relationship.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Thank you, Douglas. Elizabeth Machowski?
Yes.
You are suing Larry Seam
Yes.
for $600 that you say you paid him to sand and stain your stairs, and according to you, you did a miserable job.
Yes.
Tell me what's going on.
In January of this year, my son and his wife came up to visit. And since my son and Larry were good friends, I called Larry to tell him that my son would be coming up to visit me and he would like to talk to him. So when they came up, I had mentioned to Larry that I would like to have my stairs refinished. And he said he could do a job for me. And a couple days later, he came over with his brother, and his brother sanded the stairs.
How much was he going to charge you to do the stairs?
He didn't say. No.
Why would you have him start work on your house? What if he gave you some
Well,
unreasonable
I trusted
bill?
him as a good friend, and I figured he could do a good job.
How'd that work out for you?
It didn't work out good.
Right, okay. So there was no agreement as to how much money it would cost?
No.
I mean, that's like a good friend is the last person you want to lose after years of friendship. So that's the person I'd be the most clear about. Was there ever any price discussed before the job?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was the price according to you?
$600
And that was just for the stairs?
for the stairs.
Okay, and then what happens?
His brother came over, and he hand sanded the stairs, all the stairs, and the two landings. I have 10 steps and 2 landings, but it didn't make a difference in what the stairs looked like. And he put a coating over the stairs.
Of what?
The finish, wood finish, I don't know what it was. And that's how it was left.
Okay, do you have pictures?
Yes.
Okay, what did you guys do? What exactly did you have anything in writing? No, right? And what exactly did she hire you to do?
She wanted me to sand the stairs were from the 1920s. She had carpet on it for many, many years.
Right.
And when we pulled it off, it was paint, many layers of paint and stain over all the years. It just kept covering. So we palm sanded everything down.
What exactly did she say to you? I want you to redo my stairs?
She wanted me to sand the stairs down and to clean them up. There was paint chips and everything. So we sanded them, all the stairs down.
Okay, that's it? Just sand them down?
No, we sanded them down, probably stain them.
What did she tell you she wanted you to do?
That's
Sand
what
them
she
down,
wanted.
stain them, put a coat? I mean, was she directing you on how to do it, or you?
No.
She just basically said to you, these stairs look awful, I want them redone.
Clean them up.
All right, so you guys sanded them.
Yes, ma'am.
And what else did you do?
I filled in all the stairs with wood fill.
Uh-huh.
And put all the corner beads on it, on the edge of the staircase.
What are
beads.
corner beads? You mean like the bullnose?
Right. I cut each one individually. When I found out that the stain that she did not like after doing it twice, I recommended to go out and get Luan.
Wait, I need to know what you did because I'm not understanding. You come on over here.
Right in that corner.
What is it that you did individually, you just said?
Ma'am. These were the stairs. They were dark, dark, dark. These were very old. This is oak and pine. So all up in here, this I put on. This was all white
You
paint.
mean this flat part?
Each stairs I hand cut Luan and put them on here.
What's Luan?
It's wood, but small, 4x8 sheets. That it's actually wood, but in small pieces that you can.
With small, do you mean thin?
Yeah.
Are you trying to say thin when you say small?
Thin, yes.
Okay, thin and what? It sticks on?
No,
Or
you have
make
to nail it
you
on.
adhere it
right.
on?
And I restained that for the stairs and positioned. See all the wood here, the corner. I did all the corner, filled it all wood fill.
Oh, this little corner right here.
Every
this
step,
little-
all the way down.
What do you call these?
Those are quarter rounds.
Quarter rounds that you
Yes.
put in the. Okay, but it looks really bad.
You can't do nothing with it. I tried a
Why
million
can't you
times.
do nothing
It
with
had to
it?
be belted because it's too old. It's from 1920s. You can't do.
Just because you're from 1920s doesn't mean you can't do anything with it.
With the amount of money.
Don't tell my
she-
father that.
No, right.
Or
Tell
my
my father
mother.
that too. It had to be replaced. The whole stairs. It's 2 different woods. This is pine.
Right.
One's pine and one's oak. It wasn't all oak stairs.
You mean each of the steps were different?
Yes, pine and oak. So I sanded.
But why does it look so bad, like around the spindles and
We
around
didn't do.
the...
She didn't pay me to do the spindles. Just the steps.
No, I mean the step part that is around the spindle. Like, look at that picture. That's a very good picture to look at that in.
That was.
What's that little white down there?
That was the stairs itself that I sanded down, and we couldn't get these out.
Couldn't get the white?
You couldn't. It was polyurethane over the white on it, with wood filled. That the person who proprietor, I don't know if it was Mr. Machowski himself or the original owners, it just kept filling it and filling it and filling it.
Look, okay, that explains, that, but how do you explain all this? I mean, this looks awful. I mean, why would anybody pay you $600 for that? Like it really just looks bad. Do you think it looks good? And am I?
No,
these
on the
pictures
original,
are
it's
just-
so much better than what it was, and I was willing to give it back $100.
Did you take pictures of what it was?
No, ma'am, I didn't. I trusted as a friend. We didn't even have a contract.
Why does
or nothing.
everybody's shortcoming become I trusted someone else as a friend?
I
Why
know.
does it,
It's like the easy one.
I just asked whether you took pictures of something
ma'am.
before you did the work. Okay, go ahead and go back
okay,
to
you're good. You're good. I'm
No,
sorry.
actually, back to it.
So the stairs look bad. Does the defendant lose?
No.
Why?
Well, he did a job and.
He did a job, and the job wasn't good. Didn't look good.
But she hired him. She told him what to do.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
So does she tell you that she's, because this is sort of awkward. How long have you been friends with her son?
Oh, God. 40 years.
What's he say about all this?
He was upset, but I tried to tell
At
him.
you or at both of you or what?
No, he was upset at, I don't know what Mom, but me. He was upset. He said, Lad, can you take care of Mom? And I said, I'll do something else. I'll try to make it rectify it in another way, which
How?
I did.
What'd you do?
I realigned her. She had a kitchen done. I redid all the kitchen doors for her that the guy left hanging. I realigned them. I fixed the garage door that wouldn't open and shut. I drilled the door jam out, did that for her. Went out on her roof, cleaned out, fixed the gutters that were hanging off. I mean, I've done other things and not asked her for a dime for it.
After she complained about
After she complained, yes.
Is that accurate?
Pretty accurate, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So why are
Yeah,
you
but these are-
Okay, but
Judge,
so why are you suing him then?
These were minor things.
Ms. Machowski, of what value do you think all of that was done in an effort to settle this case because he felt bad because he's a 40-year friendship with your son,
Mm-hmm.
of what value do you think is all those things that you accepted for him to do for you? Zero? Because that's the value you've assessed it at. Zero.
I don't know what to tell you. I just don't know.
Well, I mean, you don't think
I
it's
trusted him
reasonable,
to
do
do
you?
a better job than
Ms.
what he
Machowski,
did.
listen to what I'm saying. Do you think it's reasonable to lure somebody into a false sense of settlement by having them do all this free work in your house in an effort to resolve a dispute and then turn around and sue them as though they didn't do all of that? That's not fair, is it?
No.
All right, all of a sudden, it's no longer, he's not the one person who's unfair, right?
Yeah.
Now, you go back there, and apparently your dad came to look at this too. Why? Does your dad work with this kind of thing?
My mom is friends of Mrs. Machowski.
Oh, my God. The awkwardness just gets worse and worse.
No, I called my father up. He lives around the corner. I said, Dad, go over and look at the stairs. See what you think, because my
Right.
father does a lot of woodwork.
Okay.
He proceeded over to the house and he says, there's nothing you could do unless you recarpet it or rip the whole stairs up and redo all new stairs, and that would cost thousands and thousands of dollars, bottom line.
Okay. Now, according to you, you have 2 estimates to redo
Yes, I
the
do.
stairs, both of which are cheaper than your son's friend.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I know that this doesn't look good. I know that. I don't know the answer to whether it could ever be made to look better. I also don't know whether this looks infinitely better than what was there because nobody has a picture of what was there. You don't have a picture of what was there before either, right?
Well, like I said, Judge, it doesn't
Yes
look
or
any
no?
different.
Do you have a
from-
picture
from-
of what
no.
it looked like before?
No.
I
the way it is
see
now.
2 bills by people who were asked to give estimates for what it would cost to sand and refinish. I don't see anything in either of their estimates talking about the bad job that was previously done. And then I see a situation where there's, some work done around the house to try to make it right, quote unquote, and that work is given 0 value. Douglas, what time is it?
It's time for a little rough justice, I feel.
Right, Douglas. I'm under the return of some money, taking into account the work that I do think has value that you did around there. I'm going to order you to return $200. You can put that towards the next job that you want to do, but you might want to think about whether it can even happen, whether it's even doable. That's my verdict. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
I hope that a 40-something year friendship between the parents and the children doesn't go the wayside over $400. I hope not.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because
Yes.
that kind of thing is rare.
No, ma'am.
Okay, good. Good.
All right, guys, just hold on right there.
Well, here comes the defendant. She did get back $200. So how does that strike you?
That's quite all right. I'm happy with that. 40-year marriage, it's like a marriage with the family. I'm glad it's all resolved.
What's it like to be dragged into court then by a family that you're like married to? Is it just her or is the whole family mad at you?
I don't think anybody's really mad. I think she's just, you know, she lives for herself now, and you know that she just wants justice for herself.
And so, what's the effect on the rest of the friendship between the kids?
I
and
don't
the
have no
parents?
problems with it. I'll
And
call
the-
her up when I go home, and I'll tell her it was rectified.
Okay, all right. All right, head right around the corner, okay? All right, so come on out here and tell me you're satisfied. You got the judge giving you back
compensation
to...
of
Mhm.
what I thought I would get the whole amount, but I didn't. But I got better. It's better than nothing.
All right, you know, don't you feel that he tried his best to satisfy you as a friend and a family?
Not regarding the
You don't?
stairs. No.
But what does that 40-year relationship mean to you?
It means a lot because him and my friends went to school together, and they were in the junior Navy Reserve together.
Right.
I know his mother, and
Yeah. And
but
so?
yeah, so it's just a friendship. You know, I really.
She expected
Yeah, I
Doesn't
expected
change
more.
anything.
No, not really.
Harvey?
Here's the deal. If the contractor doesn't think the job is going to look good at the end, the contractor better put that in writing in the contract and make it clear so the customer is on notice.